What's up, beautiful people? Today I'm going to show you how you can make any website bot friendly. Now, the beauty of this tool is that it's going to go look at the website, look for public API endpoints, index the structure of it, and turn that into a packaged tool. Then it's going to build a CLI tool, MCP, and a skill file. So today I'm going to be showing you what tools I like to use from this with my Hermes agent, how to install it, and then we're going to take a stab at building a tool. We are going to try to build a CLI tool for ordering Chipotle. Stick around towards the end. I think you're going to learn a lot. All right, let's get right into it. So this is the printing press website. It has a lot of really good examples, and there are existing skills that people have shared that you can download and use. For example, this one uses Kayak and Google Flights to find flight details for you, and that would be much faster than setting up a Google Cloud Console project, generating an API key, giving it to your agent, and telling them to read the Google Flight API docs. You can just install this skill. Here's one that looks at ESPN's website. Again, ESPN is an API that I think you have to apply to join. There is a public one that's kind of hidden, and I believe this tool here takes advantage of that hidden one. And again, you're going to get that skill to tell your agent how to use this tool. This is great. I definitely want to try this one out. This is one for pulling recipes. Oh, maybe we'll demo that one. And by the way, I found the reason why I thought of doing these menus is because someone has a Jimmy John's one in here that's like really in depth, because I guess they wanted their OpenClaw to order Jimmy John's for them. So I'll link to this site and to the GitHub in the written guide, and you'll get step-by-step process for how I'd set this up. So to start, I've just got a new folder that I've called Printing Press just to play around in, and I'm going to install it with this command, and that's also going to give me the starter pack, which comes with that ESPN skill, the recipes, the flight skill, and I think Rotten Tomatoes. You're going to need to install Go, which is a programming language. And again, if all this is scary to you, try doing it like on a new OpenClaw that's on a VPS. Don't need to be installing all this stuff if you don't know what you're doing on your main computer. I'm going to run that starter pack install again. Next, I'm going to install the printing press binary so that we can create our own printing press skills. I would feed each of these into your OpenClaw or Hermes agent and tell it to run these. Okay, next we're going to open up Codex or Claude Code. But if you're doing this on OpenClaw or Hermes, you can just give it this next prompt. Ask it to make sure that the install worked. This is going to save you a lot of time. Instead of just assuming that it works properly, get the agent to verify. And it called out that I forgot to install the skills. So let's copy this. All right, cool. And now we're just going to tell our agent, try using the ESPN printing press skill to pull the score of the most recent two NBA postseason games. Okay, so we failed there. It didn't know how to use it. I'm going to paste in the link to that specific printing press skill, which I found on their site, and say, make sure this is configured correctly and that we can use it. This is the skill. Okay, and so like your triage steps here are generally to paste in the GitHub for a specific skill. The skills have doctor commands, which you might be familiar with if you've ever used like OpenClaw doctor or Hermes doctor to troubleshoot what's wrong with those agents. Well, all these skills have that command to troubleshoot what's going on with them. So make sure your agent knows. Okay, sweet. So it found me the results of some games using that ESPN CLI tool. I had to let it configure some things because of some weird CLI configuration stuff. Pro tip would be make sure that your agent has access to GitHub, like the CLI tool. That way it can pull down anything it needs from the printing press repo. Okay, next, we're going to try to actually generate our own skill to see if we can get it to use and order from the Chipotle website. I'm going to say, using printing press, I want you to generate an agent native CLI from chipotle.com. And I'm going to give it this GitHub link that explains how to use the printing press tool to create a new CLI. Make sure you check the GitHub so you understand the process for using the printing press skill to generate a new skill. And again, this is optimized for Claude Code, and I use it with Hermes. This is my first time using it with Codex, so you may get better results using Claude Code. Now I want to zoom in here because I've got this thing working, and you'll get a little insight on how it works under the hood. So it's running the printing press skill, and that skill is prompting Codex back on how to set up the Chipotle.com skill. So it's telling Codex to describe the API, how it can create a pipeline for creating this tool. It's basically training it on how to look at the site and decide the best way to build an agent-ready CLI skill. And sorry if this jargon is going way over your head. Basically, your agent will be walked through how to set up a reusable system for using any website faster than it could go and browse the website and manually click on stuff and look at stuff. This is going to save you time and tokens with your OpenClaw, Claw Code, or any other agent. Even if you don't end up using something like Printing Press long term, it's a useful exercise to try out because you'll learn how to standardize and systematize how you work with agents to make them more efficient. And I want to emphasize that please try this on OpenClaw or Hermes on a virtual server that's not your computer, because I've had to install a bunch of extra tools and libraries to make it work on my main laptop now. Agent browser is actually pretty useful, so maybe that'll end up helping Codex in the future. Okay, so now you can see it's going through and it's using Chrome to go through Chipotle and click on everything and fill out all the inputs. And then it's going to take that and use Printing Press to ingest all of that and extract. Okay, what are the like 5 to 10 useful commands that I could build based on how this website works? It's fascinating. Another benefit of setting up these Printing Press tools is that it'll make your bot actually more efficient on these site servers, theoretically. So if you're going to have your bot going on people's websites, instead of it having to fumble around like Velma looking for its glasses every time it goes to a site and spamming 100 actions, this should, after you do it once, make it way more efficient. Obviously, I want you guys to use tools like this in a well-intentioned way. Don't try to go use sites in ways that are spammy, trigger anti-bot measures, or for things like, scraping tons of data or botting product releases. That's not the idea behind this. This is a way to try to improve what your bot is already doing, the sites it's already working with. So it should be a win-win. Okay, and you can see now that it's generated this new Chipotle project using Go, and it's running a bunch of tests to validate that it works correctly. I like that it has this thorough pipeline system for creating these tools, because I think it's a lot better than what any of my agents will come up with on their own. And because it's standardized and it's an open source library, if anything goes wrong, you can always check the GitHub or see where other people had issues versus using your janky skill generator with OpenClaw or whatever. What went wrong. And I see tools like this as kind of a paradigm shift in how you work with agents, because it goes from, I want to go do XYZ task, but I don't even know where to look to find the right credentials or existing pathway for my agent to use that. And this is more like, instead of waiting for that to be built by someone else, you can just build it yourself and upgrade your agent whenever you want. Okay, cool. It passed its tests. The Chipotle CLI looks like it's working. Here's another pro tip. Whenever you're using Codex or your OpenClaw or Hermes, remind it to use subagents so that it can be freed up to monitor what's going on and actually respond to your messages, because I get really annoyed when like my Codex is hung up because something's running in the terminal. Okay, let's see if this works. Actually, hang on. Okay, it's testing our new Chipotle CLI tool. This is so exciting. Okay, so we ran into a problem. This is a pro tip. Printing Press was trying to hit a private API on the site, which we definitely don't have an API key for. So make sure you tell your agent that we're looking for public API endpoints only, unless it's something where you have a key like Beehive or Notion. In that case, you can use that. Okay, and you can see that it was able to find some menu items and then the closest Chipotle to a city. But I'm asking it to try this again and only use the public endpoints. Ooh, get public nutritional facts. Okay, and the good news is we've already done a lot of the legwork, so it's just using Printing Press commands to hit these public endpoints, which is really cool. I thought we were gonna have to start from scratch here. Okay, cool. Now I just pressed Command T to see one of those commands it used, but it was actually using the help command on our new Chipotle CLI tool. Oh, and it's disappearing now, but I could see all the different like menu, all the different little CLI commands it had built, which is super cool. Okay, so I think I'm gonna call it here. Right now we're only able to query upsells from the menu, and the CLI tool isn't working for locations yet. We can try the nutrition endpoint here. Oh, but that's only to find a PDF. So maybe the Chipotle website was a bad idea. So what are my takeaways from using this? Think about websites that are data rich, that have a lot of data and are less like using an app. Websites that have public APIs are good. So ask your agent to look for that. And then if you do have an API key for a website, try running Printing Press press on it because that's one of the main use cases in their GitHub is using it to improve existing API libraries to be more agent friendly. So that's it for today's guide. Hopefully you got something out of watching me tinker with this. Let me know if you want to see more tools like this for upgrading your OpenClaw agents. As always, I'm Billy from the Rundown University. Stay frosty and peace.